All right, Ultimate Hoops Nation, we are live. Well, we're not live, but we're live right now. But we won't be live when this is being viewed by you. Week 4, Fridley, Ultimate Hoops Rec. Where do we stand right now? We stand with the Rebels at 4-0, and that's the only undefeated team left, right? Is there any other undefeated teams?
The Nets.
No, they have forfeit loss, 3-1.
Oh, they had that really good college player, right?
Yes, they had a really good college player who nobody wanted to play against. Yeah. Is there another undefeated team in Rec? Anybody know of another undefeated team in Rec?
No.
I don't think so. Wow. Has this ever happened? 4 weeks, no undefeated teams?
Well, there's one, Rebels.
Well, yeah, one.
So, no, I still think the Nets are the best team.
Why do you think that?
Well, I mean, the Rebels come on. Well, Pat's holding the camera, so I have to say that they suck. Dustin's over there talking, so yeah, Rebels suck.
No, but after the Rebels, they are the number 1 team. Who do you think is number 2? Do you think it's the Nets?
They have the second most talent. I think they've been passing the ball a little bit more recently, which is nice to see. No, I'm serious. It's not. They usually don't pass as much as they. I mean, tonight I was doing stats. They were passing the ball around. They let the Killer Bees get back in the game. I didn't really take them seriously, but if they play hard on defense and they swing the ball around like they've been doing, yeah, absolutely. They can contend with the best. I mean, they have the most talent, so they have the potential to be the best team.
What about St. Ball? They took down the Guerrillas yesterday in overtime.
Well, the Guerrillas suck, so it's not that impressive of a win. We're 1-3, right?
The Guerrillas are 1-3. What in the world is going on with that? Wait a second. How many regular season losses have you tallied in the last year?
The most we've had in the past 5 seasons is 2, and we're at 3. And 2 including a playoff loss.
But you were undefeated last season, right?
Yeah, we went undefeated.
Okay, so what's the matter? 1-3, and you can't say it's a championship game hangover. I don't buy that. I think you guys are competitors. Tell me it's your new player, Ryan Hogue.
He's been great. I mean, he's been solid. We probably need to get used to him. He takes more shots and requires the ball more than we've had with Will and Tyler. So maybe we got to adapt to that a little bit, or he's got to adapt the other way. I haven't really brought it up. I mean, he's been playing well. It's hard to jump onto a team that went 11-0 or 11-1 and then have him go 1-3. I'm sure he's thinking, oh, well, is it me? I don't know. But I couldn't begin to tell you what the problem is. We've been doing the same thing that we've always done. It's just not working.
So you'll most likely win week 6 against the Bad Boys. You play Big Smash. You play the Rebel. Do you still have the Rebels left? And Rebels, Red Devils. Could you? I mean, if you go 2-6, you won't make the playoffs. That's for certain, right? But let's just say you beat Big Smash and you finish at 3-5, with Big Smash being your only legit win, because your other win was against the Broncos, right? Are you going to be in the playoffs at 3-5?
Yeah. I mean, 3-5 will get a team in this season.
What if there's only 20 teams? The Players Committee has not voted yet on if there's 20 or 24.
It'll be close. I still think that will, based on history, I mean, there's been teams that have been unfortunate on the wins-loss column, but their history have got them in. I think we'll probably fall in a similar mold. I think if we go 3-5, we'll get voted in by enough committee members.
It'll be interesting. I mean, there'll be a lot of. I mean, the Muskies right now are at 1-3, and they've got a very easy schedule to finish out the season. They'll end at 3-5 most likely, at minimum.
As a committee, we always take strength of schedule into account, and obviously, our schedule is just as strong as anybody. So, if we had another schedule like the Muskie schedule, yeah, obviously we'd go 6-2, and it wouldn't be an issue. But
really, would you?
Yeah, Muskie's schedule is weak as hell.
It's not that weak.
It's pretty weak, but yeah.
But yeah, you're confident you go 6-2, a 1-3 team.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, we've never gone 6-2 before in our history, so yeah, I'm thinking that we would.
Okay. Gosh, the season is flying by quickly, and we're going to be at playoffs before we know it. There's only eight games in the regular season. How's this summer season different from other ones?
I think Dustin DuPont's gotten a lot worse. I think the ankle injury is really slowing him down. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep the Rebels in the playoffs this season, to be honest.
What is the difference between the Rebels? They were 4-4 last year in the regular season. Now they're 4-0, and now they're 4-0. They could easily go 8-0 and lose in the first round. I mean, what kind of team are we going to get come playoff time?
Well, if Dustin keeps passing the ball, they'll keep winning games. I think that's what it comes down to. Because it sticks in his hand a little bit. He needs to pass the ball around, get him moving. If he can get that done, I'm sure Joe's been sending emails telling him to start passing and maybe put him on the bench for a few minutes.
What player has surprised you this season?
Up until last game, it was Mitch Hansen, based on how bad he's been.
He was on fire last night.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah,
he was like 9 of 12 from the 3-point line.
He brought it back. If he can get going, the Red Devils will be dangerous. I think that was the most surprise. I thought he was going to come onto that team and they were just going to start clicking, but he's been awful up until last game. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep the momentum going, because I think he's definitely one of the most talented players in the league.
Other than the Guerrillas, what's the biggest disappointment this season so far?
There really hasn't been. I mean, the Guerrillas are standout disappointments. The Red Devils are disappointments as well at 2-2. Squires have been disappointing. I think they're 1-3 or 2-2.
So, yeah.
I thought they'd be a lot better. The Turtles, they're 2-2. They're 3-1, but essentially they lost to the Killer Bees. They've been a little shaky. I didn't get a chance to watch the game, but apparently they didn't have a good first half. This season's been crazy. I mean, obviously the Red Devils, Guerrillas, and Turtles have all struggled. The Nets let the Killer Bees. They had a lead. Killer Bees had a lead with a few minutes left in the game. It's gonna be nuts coming down the stretch here.
Well, I think it will be too. I mean, if you look at it, you've got the Rebels who are 4-0, but they're beatable. You've got, and then everybody else has a loss. I mean, we keep talking about the depth of this league. But I just I think that it keeps getting deeper and deeper and more spread out. I mean, I really think that there are a number of teams that could compete this season.
There's teams that can make runs. There's not many teams that can win it, if that makes sense. I think there's a lot of teams that can string together 2-3 wins, make it to the Final Four, maybe make it to the finals like the Lakers did. But that Lakers team was not going to win the championship. They just weren't good enough. They're good enough to string together games, but they're not good enough to win a championship. So I think it's going to be the usual suspects. I think Rebels, Nets will be one of those two teams will win it this season.
Well, we are rambling right now. We're starting a league in Woodbury on Saturday morning, starting August 17th. $30 for a half season plus playoffs. Contact me if you're interested. We've already got a couple teams signed up. We're ready to go. So first weekend league. Saturday league, I guess we've had a Sunday night league. First league east of 35W. So we're bringing it over to the east side. So thank you all for Noops. We'll see you next week.